For Monday, that's October 12, instead of the practical in the afternoon, we'll have it in the morning. Yes! Morning. Practical exams will always be in the morning. And for Friday and Thursday, the schedule will be changed. So instead of having the correlate on Thursday, it's going to be on Friday in biochemistry. So your last encounter for this unit with the cadaver will be on Thursday. So that will be your lab review Thursday. So make use of your time because the practical is on Monday. Okay? Any questions? Written in the afternoon, October 12. Thank you.
It was so funny. I really don't know what to talk about. Really? Jeff, your eyes are red.
He's still crying, hindi niya natanggap.
Jeff, don't cry anymore.
Bakit?
He's not with us, girl.
Yes, good morning. I'm back again. I'm Dr. Ray. For today will be short. Just had your SGD. Okay. I hope you time to listen. Okay. For today we'll deal on the back muscles, the gluteal, and lower extremity muscles, vascular artery and nerve supply. So this will be our outline. So for the muscles of the back, they're divided into superficial or the extrinsic.
I will na.
These
Sorry.
are the muscles that attach the upper extremity to the facial region. So they produce and control the limb motion and respiratory movements. The deep group or the intrinsic back muscles, they act on the vertebral column to produce its movements and maintain posture. So these are the deeper intrinsic back muscles. Okay, so the superficial layer, we have, sorry, it's very small. We have the sphenius muscles. Please read in your study time for the origin, insertion, the nerve supply. This is the function, extend, rotate, and laterally flex the head and neck. For the intermediate, we have the iliocostalis, longissimus, and spinalis. And the deep layer, we have this three muscles, sinus spinalis, and vertigus, and rotatoris. So to aid you, I know anatomy is mostly memorization. So to aid you, just an advice, I think you buy a whiteboard from a bookstore, then you buy of course, a marker, then keep on drawing what you have studied, what you have read, and what you've listened. That's way how to, because anatomy is mostly memorization. Okay, for now we go to the gluteal region. So this is your gluteus maximus. So mostly these muscles have their proximal attachment in the bones, and to have their distal attachment in the proximal part of the femur. So this is your gluteus maximus, this is your medius, and you open up the maximus, you will see the minimus, and these are your short, your external rotators, your periformis, and the other external rotators. Okay. Mainly, these muscles extend the thigh and abduct. Okay. So just one for the origin insertion. Please take note. Please study that in your self-study period, and you take note in the gluteal region. You have your sciatic nerve there. So this is your gluteus maximus. This is your piriformis. Below that is the sciatic nerve. So clinically, when you have your intragluteal and gluteal injections, make sure to avoid this area. So this is the safe zone where to do your intragluteal injection. Okay, it's the supero upper lateral quadrant. Okay, this is to avoid injuring the sciatic nerve. Sometimes this can be endured for surgeries medial on the medial gluteal aspect. Okay. So let's go to the thigh region. So basically, there are three compartments in the thigh region. We have the anterior, the posterior, and the medial. The anterior these are the muscles that flexes the hip or extends the hip. Extends the knee. These are supplied by the femoral nerve. The posterior or the hamstrings, these are the muscles supplied by the sciatic nerve, except the short half, the biceps femoris. And the medial, these are the adductor group, and supplied by the obturator nerve, except these two. So these are your anterior compartment. As you can see, the salvatorius, the quadriceps, femoris, the vastus lateralis, and the pectineus, also the iliopsoas muscle. These are your adductor group. Take note, most of them have their proximal attachment in the pubic area, pubis, then attach to the adductor, the medial side of the femur. And these are your posterior compartment. Take note, most of them, they have their proximal attachment in the ischial tuberosity and to be attached in the medial side of the tibia and also the tubular head. So the hamstrings are your semimembranosus, semitendinosus on your biceps femoris. The adductors are your adductor longus, the magus, the obturator sternus, and the adductor brevis. Take note of this area, so because in your practice, you might want to have access to the femoral artery vein. So take note of this femoral triangle. We have this area here. Can you guess what's this? Inguinal ligament. So, and immediately it's formed by the adductor longus and laterally by sartorius. So that's how you locate for those. If you want to have access, especially if you want to do angiography or cannulation of the femoral vein, and please take note of its contents. You have the femoral nerve, femoral sheath, femoral artery, and several of its branches. So the order will be from lateral to medial is NAV. So nerve, artery, and vein. This femoral sheath has three compartments. The lateral compartment endosses the femoral artery, and the intermediate compartment endosses the vein. And the medial compartment has the lymphatic tissues and has its proximal part, which is femoral, which is a weak part. But sometimes there's a structure, and the nervous structure that permeates. And in that condition, you will see that as femoral hernia. So these are your hamstrings, the semitendinosus. It's a simplified picture. So this is your biceps femoris. Take note, you have two heads inserted in the pubular head, and you have your semitendinosus and your semiverminosus. Is another picture wherein there's still the gluteus maximus, and another picture you have your sciatic nerve from emerging from the gluteal area. So these are your adductor. They basically adduct the thigh, and please take note of this area here. That's the adductor. Can you guess? Hiatus. It's right above the adductor tubercle. From there, the femoral artery goes through distally and goes posteriorly. From that point, the femoral artery becomes the popliteal artery. So we also have this adductor canal. It's 15 cm long. It's a narrow fascial tunnel. The apex of the femoral triangle to the adductor hiatus. It's deep to the middle third of sartorial. It provides a passage for the vessel to reach the popliteal fossa. So before it reaches that adductor hiatus, I showed you a while ago. So these are the contents of this adductor canal, femoral artery, vein. The saphenous nerve, it's a termination of the femoral nerve. Saphenous nerve supplies the skin in the medial aspect of the knee, leg, and the foot. We have take note of these boundaries. The anterior lateral vastus medialis. Posteriorly, it's formed by the adductor longus and magnus, and medially is sartorius. Now we go to the leg region. It's also divided into anterior, posterior, divided to superficial and deep, and lateral. So the anterior region, these are your muscles. The tibialis anterior, extensor digitorum longus, extensor hallucis longus, and fibularis tertius. Mostly these are supplied by your what nerve? Deep peroneal nerve from. Mainly these muscles, they act as ankle dorsi flexors. Okay, so if you have injury to the common peroneal nerve, usually at the neck of the fibula, you have foot drop. Okay. The leg, posterior part, we have the superficial and the deep. Take note of these are the superficial muscles and these are the deep muscles. They act mainly as plantar flexor. Ankle plantar flexor. So take note of the blood supply. We have the posteriorly, they are supplied by the posterior tibial artery that comes from. Can you follow? Yeah. Comes from your first the femoral artery, then comes the popliteal artery, then just before the thoracic membrane, it divides into posterior tib and your anterior tib. So another clear view. So if you have the Achilles tendon tear, which usually occurs in athletes, usually the history patient lands on a ground with an extended knee. So to avoid such Achilles tendon tear, better land on the ground with a flexed knee. So clinically, this is what you can see. Can you see there is different from this one with the intact.
Ano yun? Parang flat? Taba.
There's swelling, the loss of the integrity of this tendon. So we have the lateral compartment. This inverts and flexes the foot and supplied by the superficial peroneal nerve. So these are the muscles in the lateral compartment. So take note of this popliteal fossa. Because in clinical practice, you might see patients with having crushing wound in this area. So if you know the contents of this area, you will suspect what would be the injuries sustained with the patient. So since we have the tibial nerve, so patient might have loss of what function if you have injury to the tibial nerve. You read that. So these are the contents and the boundaries, and sometimes we have the dislocation, the vessels here and are lacerated. Then let's go to the foot muscles. They are 4 muscular layers. They help maintain the arches. Individually, they have little significance because they don't do fine motor control, unlike our hand. The arterial supply is from the lateral and medial plantar artery. This arises from the posterior tibial artery, and the nerve supply by the lateral, the medial plantar nerve, coming from the tibial nerve as soon as it crosses the flexor retinaculum. So these are the foot muscles according to the layers. Please do additional reading as you go home. And the hip joint. This is a strong, stable ball and socket. So type. So the femoral head is the ball and the scapulum is the socket. So this is designed for stability and wide ROM. It's next to the shoulder joint in terms of mobility. The articular surfaces are deepened by the labrum, and the femoral head is covered with articular cartilage, except for the pit. So this is your capsule. Please take note that it is attached distally to the anterior portion. It is attached in the intertrochanteric line, but posteriorly it's just the femoral neck. So these are the ligaments. The iliofemoral. This reinforces the capsule anteriorly. It prevents hyperextension of the hip. We have the pubofemoral. This tightens during extension and abduction of the hip joint. And we have the ischiofemoral ligament. This prevents hyperextension of the hip joint also. So these are the movements of your hip joint. Blood supply, medial lateral circumflex femoral artery, and the nerve supply, as you can see here. Then please read on the structures related to the hip joint, anteriorly, laterally, and so on. This is a knee joint. Be familiar. We have the PCL, we have the ACL, we have the meniscus, which is, what's the shape? The medial meniscus is just read the structure. Okay. We have this is the anterior view. We have the femur here, the patella, and we have the tibia and the fibula. This shows the ligaments of the knee. The knee is weak mechanically. So
The chat.
the stability of the knee depends on the ligaments and the
Yummy.
strength and actions of the surrounding muscles. So if you see a person who has ACL tear, but his quadriceps muscle are well conditioned, the knee is still stable. So that's why if your muscle must be conditioned if you go into sports. So the articular capsule of the knee is thin, and the fibrous capsule attached to the femur superiorly just proximal to the articular margins of the condyles and also to the condylar fossa posteriorly. So this is your arterial supply of the knee. This is from the inferior lateral or genicular artery, and also on the other side, the inferior medial genicular artery. So take note of this blood supply to the knee joint. And take note of the functions of the ACL and PCL. The ACL basically prevents femur from moving posteriorly over the tibia. The PCL mainly prevents the femur from moving anteriorly over the tibia. This can be clinically, you can examine patients who has ACL. So these are your ankle joints. So medial side, medial view, this is your lateral view and posterior view. The ankle joint is a hinge type of synovial joint, and it is formed by the articulation of tibia and fibula and superior part of the talus. The articular capsule is thin anteriorly and posteriorly, but supported with strong collateral ligaments. These are your ligaments around the ankle joint. So this last three, the tibio-navicular, anterior, posterior, tibio-talar ligament, and the tibio-calcaneal ligament, they stabilize the joint during inversion and prevent subluxation. These are the movements of your ankle joint. And these are blood supply, the malleolar branches that rise from the peroneal, anterior and posterior tibial artery, and the nerve supply is from the tibial nerve and deep peroneal nerve. So these are the veins that drain your lower extremity. You have the great saphenous vein and the small saphenous vein. Those veins that drains the deep part, they just they have the same name as the arterial supply, so they correspond to the arterial supply. So you have the cutaneous innervations. This side here is the medial side. This is supplied by your saphenous nerve. It's a terminal branch of your femoral nerve. And you also have the supplied by your sural nerve, the posterior side of the posterior aspect of the leg and the lateral aspect of the leg is supplied by your sural nerve. So that's all. Just to summarize, I know it's difficult to study anatomy. You keep on drawing, draw and draw and draw and draw.